Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm sorry for the late notice. I set this live up maybe 20 minutes ago because it was just a busy Saturday. I didn't want to do it last night because I was just in one of those moods yesterday where I washed my hair. I put some gel in it and my curl pattern was all off and I just was like, I'm not in the mood to be on camera today. So I said, I'll just do it on Saturday. That's cool. And then today, I do my lives at noon with Kamisha Reviews. And then I went out shopping, got out in that heat, came home, took a nap. And I was like, oh, it's time to do the challenge. Of course, Charles and myself will be back in an hour at 8. Hey, Taj. To do the Big Brother fantasy updates and the review of the week. Me and Charles will be back together in an hour. So let's get right into the challenge because I got some things to say. I have some questions. I hope you all can answer a few questions for me. Up first, before we get into anything, let's take care of the business of please subscribing to Kiss My Cheeks TV. If you enjoy the content, your girl met her first goal of 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm pushing on to the 2,000. So hit subscribe if you enjoy the content. Okay. So the first order of business that I'm highly confused on, and I need an update, is because after last week's elimination, the rigging of it all, for someone who production let stay in the game, because I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what anybody has to say. Everybody on that cast, TJ, Bananas, Wes himself, was preparing their goodbye message until production came up with, Wes, you won by 37 seconds. I be looking at production all the time, but this was just the most outright, we don't want Wes to go home. He's staying. We don't care what nobody else eyeballs saw. He's staying. So after production let you stay, there's these tweets going around from Wes, his wife. They unsubscribed to Desi. They blocked Josh. They blocked somebody else. I forgot who else they blocked. And I'm like, why is Wes blocking people? What did anybody do to him? And then the opening of this, so I'm really confused. I've asked people a couple of times to DM me. Some people sent me a couple of DMs, but it really didn't tell me the root of the issue of why Wes was blocking people. I think it stems from some interview from behind a paywall, like maybe a podcast that's on Patreon or something that I wasn't about to pay for to listen to. But I don't know what people said to him or about him, but Wes, get out your feelings. You were just pretty much told you could stay. We don't care what the elimination was. We don't care none of that. You could stay. So why are you mad? And why are you blocking people for stating the obvious? If anything, Wes, if you didn't want people to roast you all up and down social media, you should have just told production, let me go home. You ain't gotta rig it for me to stay. Just let me go home. He already cried about it and Bananas was rubbing his back and everything. We was prepared for the goodbye speech. We was prepared for you to come back season 40 for the winners at war. We was prepared to see you a couple of seasons down the road over back on the All-Stars. You should have just went home if you couldn't handle the roast. Because we gonna believe our eyeballs over production every day. Every day. But anyway, back to the conversation at hand. We open up the show with Wes getting into it with Michaela. And I'm with Michaela. Wes, what did I do to you? I didn't even vote you into the elimination. We was on the same green team, remember? We was on the same team. I didn't even put you down there. So what did I do to you? Just because I said you're going to move down to the basement with your vet friends, which you probably need to do anyway. Like, it's funny to me. Hey, La Queen. It's funny to me that certain people on this cast can have an attitude, can be nasty, can say whatever they want to say to anybody, i.e. Josh, i.e. Tori. But let a Black woman just say you about to go move in with your friends, and now it's the issue. Same Black woman you was willing to throw under the bus because And Michaela was on your team. She didn't even put you in there. I don't understand why Wes had the smoke for Michaela. But I'm happy Michaela didn't fold and told his ass right off. Like, I ain't did shit to you. What you mad at me for? See, I think Wes knew because see, this happened a couple of months ago when they filmed the show. He knew that when production rigged it for him, he was gonna have this backlash. Now, if you couldn't take it, you should have took your ass home. You should have played fair and took your ass home. Because see, at first I thought Wes was crying this river for the people on the cast to keep him on the show. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a baby, I'm gonna retire, like make it a girls' week so I don't have to go in. I thought he was crying that river for them. But no, you cried that river for production. You cried that river for production, like I'm gonna retire. It's gonna be the last time y'all see Wes. Production should have gave you the deuces. But no, they was like, oh, this is gonna be the last time we see Wes. Well, we need to see him as long as possible. And mind you, I like Wes. I am a Wes fan. I'll take Wes over Bananas, Jordan, anybody else, any other day of the week. But fair is fair. And see, you need to be more like your friend Bananas when unfair stuff. I'm trying to stop cursing, y'all. When unfair stuff happens in Bananas' favor, he rolls with it. He would have been like, yeah, I'll whoop your... Damn it. How can I say this without spicing it up? He would have been like, yeah, I whooped your tail by 37 seconds. What's up? I'm the champ. Bananas would have rolled with it. And you sitting up here crying. Play the game the whole way, Wes, or go home. Anyway, enough about that. Because that still kind of had pissed me off. I ain't never going to get over that elimination. That was the most... Angie, let it go. Angie, let it go. Okay. So we're finally in the episode. What was the daily challenge? It was something stupid. It was something that... The daily challenge was so lopsided. Like, they rolling around in these circles, spears, whatever it's called. Picking up tires, doing Sudoku with words instead of numbers. Look, it wasn't too hard. It wasn't too exciting. The blue team has 2 extra people over both teams. They have 7. Everybody else has 5. Of course, the blue team is supposed to win this unless they're complete idiots. And because Wes and Desi was there, they got off the idiot train. Fessy too. Fessy good at the puzzles, but we ain't giving Bananas and Tori no kind of they ain't do nothing but roll them tires. That's all Bananas and Tori did. But anyway, back to the point. I have to stop being shady. I think y'all like it because I be shady to the cast, but I think I need to stop being shady to the cast. They ain't gonna never come over here and talk to me. Never. Anyway, they're supposed to win. You have 2 extra people to roll them tires up to the hill and get to the Sudoku puzzle, word puzzle first. So I expected the blue team to win. I expected the blue team to win no matter what the challenge was because Wes went over there. Oh, La Queen, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. But I expected the blue team to win. Okay, whatever. The blue team does win. Let's talk about what they did because this don't have to be long. This episode really wasn't that entertaining. It wasn't entertaining at all, except for when Tiffany cussed Josh ass out. I need to start, you know what I need to start doing? Because there's, I'm new to this monetization thing. There's this rule on YouTube that you can't say curse words until after the 10-minute mark because they watch, I guess, through some kind of algorithm, the first 10 minutes to make sure it's clean, whatever. And a couple of YouTubers I follow, they talk about fluff or they run commercials. And, your girl ain't that big yet to have no commercials. But they fluff it up for the first 10 minutes. Then they get into it and they can say what they have to say. I need to start doing that because sometimes you just talk the way you talk. But anyway, I'm almost there. So we're in the deliberation and we already know. And how many times do I have to tell y'all? I've tweeted it. I've said it. And I believe if y'all follow me, y'all believe it. But for the new people in the back, let me say this again for the new people in the back. There are not 4 vets left in the game. Oh no. Josh has never acted like he was Team Big Brother. Never. ever. Remind me in the chat if he has. But Josh has never acted Team Big Brother. Fessy tries to pretend like he's Team Big Brother, but he really not. He's a vet. Josh and Fessy are clear vets. Michelle wants to be a vet so bad. So bad. And she's done enough of these where Michelle is a vet too. And I think Chanel and Desi finally peep game. Like, why every other Survivor person name been in these streets except for Michelle. And technically, Michelle, out of everybody on Survivor that's on the show, I guess except for Chris. I mean, I guess Michelle and Chris have the most money. They have $1 million check. Now, if they spent it all up by now, that's their business. But they had $1 million check in their bank account at one point in time. Why is Michelle's name never came up? And we're not going to say, oh, she a layup, she weak. Because if y'all keeping the weak ones, why Tiffany was up in there in elimination? But see, y'all find, I think y'all waited too late. And this is to the cast, and this is, you know, for future USA 3, whenever they decide to do that. When you see people who come back from Big Brother and Survivor and they've been sitting over there playing on MTV, they aren't on Big Brother or Survivor anymore. They're vets. They're in with Bananas. They're in with Wes. They're in with Tori. Josh, Fessy, they all vacation together. I don't know if Michelle was allowed to be on the vacation with them or not, but Michelle considers herself a vet. She doesn't give a damn about Survivor unless it benefits her. Like now, no one's saying her name on Survivor, and the vets aren't saying her name either. And I find it mighty strange that the only Survivor women they want to go are the Black women. Nobody's looking at Cassidy like, oh, she made it to final 2. Like Desi, Michaela, Chanel, they were sitting in the jury voting. Cassidy made it to the end. Now, she ain't win, but you know, she was still sitting there begging for votes. I shouldn't say begging for votes. She was pleading her case. But at the end of the day, like, why? I mean, Chris won $1 million. I mean, I guess they did target Chris, so I can't. But when it comes to the Survivor women, it bothers me that I ain't even gonna make this no black-white thing. The reason why the Black women are targets is because they can beat Tori in the final. And that's point blank, period. If Tori makes a final with Desi, Michaela, or Chanel, that final has just became 10 times harder for Tori to win. I don't think Tori's worried about anybody else on this cast but the Black Survivor women. And they just so-called happen to be Black. That's just what it is. So I'm not going to make it a black-white thing. But that's why they're targeting them, because Tori said, I can't beat them in the final, or the final might be too hard for me to win with them. So they got to go. And I hate that. I hate that. And I think people need to put, Corey was almost flipped to the other side, but then he flipped back to the vets. Corey, I really want you to win this season, because I feel like if you win this season, you deserve to be over there on season 40 with the winners at war. But you're not going to win this season if you let Wes and Bananas, if you got to run a final with them. Now, real quick in the chat, just for shits and giggles, let's say production lets Wes and Bananas make it to the final. Who do we think wins? Because I would like to see that. I mean, as much as I don't want to see the vets at the end of the game, it's just going to happen. They're going to be there. We just got to swallow the bullet, bite the bullet, whatever they call it. We got to swallow it and say we're going to see a lot of vets in this final. Let's say it's Wes and Bananas going up against each other, because it's now an individual game. And I'm going to get to that quick because I got to do Big Brother next, so I can't be long-winded. We see Wes and Bananas. Who do we think wins that final? Because I'm putting my money on Wes. He just won the USA 3 final solo. He won by it wasn't even close. I think West smoked everybody on that final. Hey Jamaica, hey Glenda. But I would put my money on West. And if Bananas was smart, he should know that too. Like, I need to get West on up out of here if I want to win number 8. It's like nobody is playing smart. The game isn't going to get good until at least another 6 weeks from now. They get a whole bunch of more rookies out and we see which vets going to start turning against each other. But that's not even going to be fun because we already know at the bottom of the totem pole is Fessy and Corey. Fessy and Corey are the first vets to go. And Tori is going to be sitting up there with Michelle. She could be her. Maybe Cassidy. She could be her. I'm going to be irritated if Tori wins again, but let me get to the comments so we could move on to the vote. Too many people going out their way to say Wes is such a nice guy. Fuck out of here. It's a game. Wes just showed me he's a crybaby. He's a crybaby and he cares too much about what people say about him. Like, if you're really retiring and you should have took your win that they gave you and just sat down and wrote the rest of the season out. Wes is a crybaby, and I hate that for him because I like talking shit Wes. I ain't never said Wes was a nice guy because I was on Twitter. Wes is all upset at Michaela, what did I ever do to you? Why are you talking to me like that? When Wes has done way worse things to people on this show. Way worse. So I ain't never said that, but I like him. Remember how Wes was to Devon on War of the Worlds 1, talking about her child? I ain't know. Because, see, people was tweeting that, but I thought y'all was talking about Paulie. Because I remember when Paulie said that in the jury house, I didn't know Wes said it too. Remind me in the chat what he said, because I don't remember that. Because I thought those tweets were referencing Paulie. And they are smart. Tori can't do a puzzle, so she's not winning. I guarantee you, if Tori's in the final, we ain't gonna see that many puzzles. Especially since she doesn't have a partner. We're not gonna see that many puzzles. It's gonna be a very physical final. The way we like it anyway. I'm tired of all these damn puzzles. Glenda said both of them could go home. It's not gonna happen. We would like to see it. It's not gonna happen because who's gonna beat him? And even though, like, Dusty just beat him, if production doesn't want you to go home, you're not going home. It's not gonna happen. Last week elimination just showed us it's not gonna happen. The final is gonna be 75% vets. You might get Michaela or Desi squeezed in there. You might get maybe Tyler or when Monty get to go home, but you might see Monty squeezed. Like, you might see 1 or 2 rookies squeezed in that final, but it's going to be 75% vets. Production just told us that last week. Because we could be like, well, who's going to beat Wes? Who's going to beat Bananas and send them home? It don't matter who beat them. If production say you won, you won. If production would manipulate, Wes would beat Bananas in a final almost every time. I agree. Wes beats Bananas, period. I don't think Wes makes the final. It depends on who production likes the most. Who does production want to have? Is it called the swan song? Like the fairy tale ending? I get the feeling that production wants Wes. Why y'all ain't do it for Leroy? Now, see, I'm going to call Black White right here. Because if you want to rig it for somebody, why y'all ain't let Leroy get it? Because Leroy, we watched the whole season. Every week, Leroy was telling us this is his last season. He retiring. He tired of this shit. Why y'all ain't do it for Leroy? But anyway, I feel like they want it to be Wes. They want him to win on top of the mountain with the check so he can go on back to his wife and his baby and tell everybody to kiss his ass. He a champ. You know, all that shit. But whatever. We gonna see. The vets are not going to be gone, Glenda, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. I love how Tiffany called out Josh. Yeah, we gonna get to that too. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Let's not. Yeah, West drinks Cara for no reason. Was it ketchup or pop? I don't remember, but Wes has done a lot to people. He said a lot of nasty things to people. And all Michaela said is, you going to the basement with your friends and, why are you talking to me like that, Michaela? I love Michaela. Michaela come back every time. I wish Danny was here playing with Desi, Michaela, and Chanel. This would have been a good season for Danny because Danny would have had people on code to back him up, and Survivor would have been hella strong with Danny there. Like they could have left Sebastian at home. Oh, I got me some good Stella Rosa. What is it? Saturday? It's a 3-day weekend. I went to Kroger and picked up a couple of bottles of Stella Rosa. It's a 3-day weekend. I hope you all are going to have a great Labor Day weekend. It's technically the last summer barbecue weekend before we roll into the fall, all of that stuff. I do plan on putting a few things on the grill tomorrow, and I grocery shopped. I plan on doing a big meal tomorrow since I'm off Monday. That means I still have my Monday to relax if I cook, after church tomorrow. So we have gotten away from Ostella because I kind of broke the shows into their individual chats. But I still have the love for Stella. I still love her. He hasn't poured so. What he said about. I thought Paulie said that. I don't remember. I don't remember. Tori only wins against Anissa. I know when Anissa break her ankle. That's why they best friends. She gonna drag Anissa to that final so she could twist her ankle and she could win. I agree. Who's out of shape, 90, who's been a layup for 10 years. You ain't never lied, Dabu. That's why she's gonna drag all of the week. She's gonna drag Michelle to a final. She probably befriended Cassidy. She gonna drag Cassidy to a final. But see, Cassidy might whoop her ass. We don't know. We don't really know what Cassidy can do. They never rigged the game for Leroy because he black. And I said it, and Glenda said it too. Because I just, maybe they rig All Stars. I'm a mess. I'm sorry, Leroy and Cam. I'm a mess. Let's leave Leroy alone. I don't like how when Devon was what? An illumination. He said, put a needle in her face. What? I'm confused. I don't remember. I might have to go back and watch War of the Worlds so I can recall War of the Worlds 1. 1 was one of my favorites. I like 1 and 2, but I like 1 better than 2. I'm trying to think. Because Devon was spicy. See, Devon reminds me of Michaela. She ain't taking y'all shit just to be on your show. She gonna tell you, she gonna put you in your place. You just not gonna talk to her any kind of way. See, she not a big T. She not a big T. I hate to say Amber B because we kind of know Amber B's issue and it ain't no shade, but she ain't one of them. Michaela, Desi kind of quiet, but Michaela, Chanel, Devon, they gonna check you. Oh, that sounds good. I'm not really a Casamigos girl. I either like Don Julio and it's this other horseshoe tequila that's really, really smooth. It ain't called horseshoe tequila, but I can't say the name, but it's a horseshoe on the bottle. But I am a tequila girl. Okay, let's come back to these comments. Let's get into how Wes joining the blue team. It doesn't matter what Survivor wants. It's what the rookies want now because it's not just Wes, Tori, and Bananas. You have Fessy too. So they have the majority. They're going to vote in who they want. They want Michaela. I believe Cause see, somebody said it. Remind me in the chat who said it. I'm gonna scroll back up. I'm gonna start this chat so I remember to come back to it. But remind me who said this. Cause somebody said, damn it, I forgot real quick. Blame the 40-year-old brain. Oh, was it Michaela or was it Tiffany? I don't know who said it, but they was like, why are you worried about the females? Well, you not playing against us. It's an individual game. The money is going to be split amongst it. Ain't, you don't need a partner. So it's not like I'm getting rid of weak females because I don't want to be my partner. Like, why do you care that Michaela is a strong female, a strong survivor player when, and I'm talking about Bananas, West, Fessy, Corey, all of them, when you're not playing the game against them? So that lets me know this conversation came from Tori. Tori is the only one who should be concerned about what females are in the game. I believe Tiffany pointed this out, but correct me if I'm wrong. Because Bananas, why you care? Why do you care about Michaela, Desi, Chanel, any of them? You should give a damn what females win half of this $500,000. The men should be worried about what men are running this game with them. Like, nobody's saying Monty too strong, he gotta go. Chris is a strong survivor player, he has to go. And so I'm about to put I'm about to make it black and white. The more I talk about it. Yeah, it was Tiffany. I'm about to make it black and white because why is it that y'all worried about Michaela, Desi, and Chanel, all black, strong black women, when you aren't playing the game against them? Now, if Tori said it, let Tori be the one that hang out on that branch by herself. Well, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because, see, now that I think about it again, it kind of made me upset because that makes sense. Like, none of the men who were really all casting this vote, because it's mostly men on that team, none of y'all should give a damn about Michaela. If anything, if you care about coming back future seasons and you don't know what the format may be, you should try to befriend Michaela because you might want to work with her in a future season. But right now, you should not care what females are doing in the game as a man. You should care about, I need to get Chris up out of here. Maybe I should have told production to let Wes go. We need to get Wes up out of here. Bananas, why your focus not on Fessy and Corey? You need to get them up out of there if you want to win this. I think Josh just wants to make a final. So he could lose it, but he just wants to make it because Josh hasn't ran a final. He always gets kicked out. I don't know. But Michaela is a target. And if you ask Angie, they didn't put Monty up there because they didn't want two black people up on the block. They said, no, we know you ain't going in, Tyler, so we're going to just throw your name out there as a pawn. You know, they pulled a big brother move. We're going to let you be the pawn, but because we don't like the optics of two black people sitting up there. So you're going to be the pawn, but Michaela is the target. And they got that way. Look, you can't tell me no different about that damn Hopper. TJ say whoever name production wants them to say, that's whose name is on the ball. TJ has never showed us a ball. We ain't never seen no black letters hopping around in that hopper. Everything look all yellow to me. Like my nails, just all yellow, hopping around in that hopper. We don't see a smidgen of nothing else. And then TJ always covers the ball up and stuff it in his pocket. TJ be saying whoever he want to say. Now, I do believe the votes are real. When we see the votes are real, but they say whoever they want to say in that hopper. And if it's going to be like that, if it's really going to be like that, I'd rather y'all go back to old school where, you know, if you win, you pick the two people and then the house vote and let it be a house vote and majority win. And what's this? The hopper decides if it's male or female. No, two people go home every week, a man and a woman. Bam, y'all gone. because it's too much production manipulation in this. We have all this hopper when it was all Survivor and all Amazing Race and all Big Brother, all Love Island. They ain't have all that hopping around then. Well, I guess they had that algorithm, but whatever. Anyway, so now it's down to the non-winning teams casting their votes, and everybody wants Tiffany. No, everybody wants Chanel. And this how I know it's rigged. Chanel had all the balls in there. Tiffany had two. And just like Alyssa L, you just need one ball. Yeah, you just need one vote for production to say it's your week. That's it. I believe production, the one who told them put Alyssa in there. And I ain't mad Alyssa L went home. I don't care for her. But she didn't work my nerve this season. So Alyssa L, you could come back. Right, we ain't never seen the ball. We ain't never seen the ball. If it's fair, TJ, I'm just gonna use my lipstick. She'll be like, oh, Tiffany, it's your week. If it's fair, hell, they could put all Tiffany balls in there for all we know. But at least show us something. It ain't nothing on them balls. I'm over it. I really am over it. This season is a mess. It is a womp womp, but we're gonna watch it. We gonna, your girl gonna watch it. If anything else, just to get on here and read the cast and production. That's what we like to do for fun. But anyway, Tiffany, it's your week. And Tiffany, being Tiffany, made a generalized statement to everyone standing behind her. Now, I don't remember what she said, but I'm gonna paraphrase what I heard. What I heard Tiffany say is, y'all a bunch of bitches. Because why am I standing down here? I ain't a threat to nobody in this game, but y'all bitches want the vets to win so much. Y'all kissing their ass. Y'all gonna be sitting at home with me next if y'all don't do something different. Now, that's what I heard. Now, I don't think that's what she said, but that's what I heard. And guess who hollered? The biggest bitch on the show, Josh. Tiffany, I don't know why you saying nothing. You got to go down there and do you and this ain't Big Brother. You can still go down there and fight and come back. I don't know why you talking to us like that. And Tiffany had to turn around and say, hold up. I wasn't even talking to you. If you so big and bad, bring your ass down here and compete. But we know you ain't going to never do that. See, that's where the saying hit dogs holler came from. Because you could be saying something to everybody in the room, but only the one, when something pertains to somebody because them the ones hollering. Wasn't nobody talking to you, Josh. Did Josh even vote for Tiffany? I don't know. But we know he ain't got no Big Brother love. He don't care about Team Big Brother. Josh is a vet. I was so happy to see that, but once I saw that moment, I said, girl, Tiffany getting ready to go home. Because they already showed us the moment we've been waiting for her to cuss out Josh real quick. I'm like, damn, Tiffany getting ready to go home. They about to play these basketball hoops on circus stilts. Them same kind of things, the Lace twins, they was doing that back and forth at the Beyonce concert, and I was scared. I was like, oh, if this pole break. The elimination wasn't exciting. They swung on the pole and played basketball. Michaela won. Now, I did forget a moment where, for their amusement, it get kind of boring in the house. This is something I don't like, and I think production needs to address, because even though you doing it, Wes and Bananas, for fun, for jokes, and I guess you did get Alyssa's consent. But sometimes that stuff is a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope into being something bigger than what it has to be. You should never suggest to somebody to do something sexually because it's a kiss. And I don't want to make this too deep. I just want to make this statement because it disappointed me to see, like, we bored. We're going to make Tyler kiss Alyssa so we could laugh about it. And we're going to tell Tyler if he don't want us to flip the vote. He needs to go over there and kiss her. That's like casting couch kind of stuff. Where, oh, you don't want to go home, go do this. That's hazing. That stuff is illegal. Now, yes, they ran it by Alyssa first, and Alyssa couldn't wait to get her lips wet, and she was down with it. But at the end of the day, I just don't like to see stuff like that. Like, let them people kiss naturally. Tyler said he didn't want no showmans. Let him. They would eventually kiss anyway. Why they got to kiss for your amusement? Slippery slope is all I'm saying. Slippery slope. But anyway, back to the part of the show that I felt was truly unfair to my girl Michaela. Now, Michaela was talking her shit around that house all day because she told it to Josh. Because, Josh, I forgot what they was arguing about. But she was like, shut the fuck up, Josh. That's why I'm about to send your vacation friend over to the green team. And see, Michaela, I kind of feel like if you wouldn't have been dog whistling in the house, that you was going to send production's favorite Tori over there to that sloppy ass green team. They might have let you rock with it if you would have let it be a surprise. But I feel like because everyone knew Michaela was getting ready to switch to blue, they was like, it's time for an individual game now. We about to go solo because we ain't gonna have Tori a sitting duck over there on the green team. Because blue team was gonna win again. Blue team was gonna win again. And even by chance, let's just think it out. Even by chance, if let's say the green team won, Tori doesn't have no power over there to throw Michaela and somebody else in. Like, she doesn't have that kind of power. They would have put Wes ass back up there, and they probably would have they probably would have pulled the trigger on Michelle. So let's say by chance the red team wins. Josh doesn't have enough pull over there to be like, because he can't stalemate. He can't throw that stalemate out there because there's 5 of them now. It would have still been some vets going up over if the red team. So they was like, nah, Michaela can't switch with Tori. It's individual game. And that's some bullshit. That's some BS. Michaela won that elimination fair and square. It was not rigged for her. It's too many people left in the game to be individual. They should have waited till the final 12, the final 10, and then go. But we had 16 people left in the game. It doesn't need to be an individual game. You don't think they made an individual game for Tori? I feel like she is more of a disadvantage since she doesn't have enough connections to stay safe. Look, let me write it out on a piece of paper. Because let's think about this. So, production already said it's an individual game, which I'm going to come back to y'all comments. I just want to think about this last point, and then we'll get into the comments for the last 20 minutes of the show. So, let's think about this. I'm assuming if it's the individual game, they're still going to have that hopper. Everyone is still going to have a vote. And whoever wins the daily, maybe the top male and female winner of the week, can decide the main 2 balls. And then everyone else gets to hop around. But let's look at the next. So we got 16 people. Let's look at the vet side. We have Bananas, Wes, Tori, Josh, Corey, Fessy, and Michelle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the 16 people. But we have the clip of Sebastian kissing Tori in the mouth. So we're going to add Sebastian to that side. Then we have rumored, I don't know how true it's going to be, but Cassidy is going to want to go over there and work with the vet. So that's Cassidy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Now let me do my accounting brain right because I don't want to sound stupid. 9 is over half of the house. Over half of the house, now that it's an individual game, is on the vet side. Even if we kept it at the 7, 7 of 16. Them other 9 people are not about to just work together. The clear alliance we have is Michaela, Desi, um, Chanel, because Tiffany is gone. You might can throw Monty is off cold because see, Monty already threw that ball on Michelle. He's like, I think Michelle has saved me over Chanel, so I'm gonna vote in Chanel. Really, Monty? You think that you think this white woman who ain't never saved nobody else black is about to save your black ass? Okay, keep riding with it's already too many people off cold. Monty is off cold. He not about to go over here and work with them. Tyler and Alyssa are going to go kiss up to Josh and Fessy, who are vets. So now that it's an individual game, it's going to be easier for them to keep putting in Desi, Michaela, Chanel every week. And I'm telling you right now, if Desi, Michaela, and Chanel go out back to back to back, everybody getting cussed out every week and added on Twitter. The vets are safe now that it's an individual game. I don't see how the only way the vets can be targeted is if a non-vet wins a daily challenge. And we already seen how production likes to rig stuff. But I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna ride it out. I might be surprised. But I feel like making it an individual game is a clear advantage for people who call themselves vets. And if Michaela, well, let me look at the fantasy league. Y'all know I can't pull it up on my computer. I can pull Big Brother up, but not the challenge. I feel like Michaela, Desi, and Chanel gonna have to fight for their life every week. Every week. Unless they win a daily. Okay. Let's pull up the fantasy team. I believe last week I was at 50 something, so I'm hoping I at least come up a little bit. A little bit. Okay, let's see where we at. Davion is still at 4. That's great. Suda was in first. Now he in 10th. Okay. I'm calling out names that I notice. If I scroll past your name, forgive me. Dabu is at 24. Where's Kiss My Cheeks? I'm still scrolling. Stormy is at 32. Kiss My Tay-Tays is at 38. I believe you went down, Vontae. What happened? Oh, Lord, I'm still scrolling. Okay, I went up to 48. So I'm on y'all ass. Because I was in the 60s, then I went up to the 50s, now I'm in the 40s. So I'm on y'all ass. I don't know. Let me see who on my team. I still got Chris in there. I need to pull Chris out. Oh, Michaela got me 90 points. I need to pull Chris out and maybe I need to put in Corey. It's an individual game. I think Corey is going to turn it up. I'm going to take Chris out and put in Corey. Okay, let's go through a couple of comments. Then I have to be out of here in a few minutes to talk Big Brother. If you all care about Big Brother, come back for that. Okay, where did I leave off? I don't mind a male vet winning because Monty, Tyler, Sebastian ain't it. They sure ain't it. Not even think. I want Corey or Fessy to win so they can have an opportunity to go over there to the Winners at War season 40. So you're right. Monty, Tyler, and Sebastian ain't it. Chris ain't it either. So I'm rooting for Corey and Fessy. They're on my fantasy team. I don't care about Bananas and West. Leroy got his fair share of rigging. All the season he's been on, he ain't never had to do a They have always gave Leroy that long thing that he could do in 0.5 seconds. Hey, Koki. And this week, when they were partners and they won, I don't recall. Jamaica, I'm sorry. I don't recall World Wars 1, what West did to Davon. We on a TV strike. I can go back and watch that at work one week. Michaela is a savage. Yes, she needs to be back every time she wants. I agree. Leroy had a bad social game. Did he? Everyone loved Leroy. Everyone loved Leroy. I don't think he had a bad social game. I just don't think he had good strategy until he hooked up with Cam. And then Cam helped him. Paulie did talk to Davon. Right. I remember that. I don't, no disrespect. I just don't, I got to watch it. I don't remember. Davon was in elimination and West told Jenna. I remember that, put a knee in her face. Davon won and then argued with West. I'll make sure there's a knee in your face. I remember that, but I don't remember him saying nothing about her daughter. West cried and said she threatened him and only apologized at the reunion after everyone called him out and told him he was wrong. You know, it's something about them white people tears. If you are non-white, you understand what I mean. It's something about white people tears, male or females. They can always cry and get away with it. But I'm happy they checked them at the reunion. Michaela said it to Josh. Great. And Josh, you the main one who need the message. You worried about me, but you can't be. I don't think Josh can beat anybody left in the game, but maybe Sebastian. Like, that needs to be your best friend. But you sitting over here worried about me. And you letting them get rid of all the male layups that you could possibly beat. Hell, you the next layup to go into elimination. Michaela was the one who said that men shouldn't care about the women. And I 100% agree, because it's not a partnership season. You should be caring about getting out the people that you can't beat in the final. Okay, we know Paulie did. Okay. Tiffany was calling out all the guys, saying how they're too scared and voting all the women in, and Josh took it personally. Tiffany have always had your back, and she let Josh have it. Tiffany, that was your strategic blinder this season. Because Tiffany is a great strategist. And I think if you come back for USA 3, you'll get it, especially if they bring the vets back. Your blinder was thinking Fessy and Josh were Team Big Brother, and they aren't. And they aren't. Never were, never have been. I love that argument at the end. I was paraphrasing. I don't know what Tiffany said, but it all sounded like she was calling Josh a bitch. She told Josh exactly what she thought about him. And I was like, go off. Me too. Go off, Tiffany. Go off. Which male rookie would you bring back from this season if you had to choose one? Well, let's see. I don't remember any of them. Maybe Luis. Is that his name, Luis or Louis? I don't know, but I like Luis. I don't think he got a fair chance because they only put in 2 Amazing Race guys. Like, if it's not going to be even from the jump, don't do it. Like, just make it all Survivor Big Brother vets. I don't think it was fair for him, but maybe if he had some more people to strategize with and to hook up with, it might have been a little bit better. Because I don't dislike Tyler. He has done some things in Big Brother history that I've called him out for. But I don't dislike Tyler. I would like to see Tyler come back with Angela and put Tyson. That was messy. Put Tyson and Alyssa in the house and because I'm tired of Tori, arguing over Jordan. Let's see what they ex-couples do. You think Tyson and Angela would do a season together? I don't know. That part, Tori makes it to the end every time by the protection of the men. Very Franzel of her. Very Franzel. I think it's possible it's a shot at Survivor and the We Want Strong Women out. It can't be a shot at Survivor because Michelle, who has won $1 million, name is never in the equation. Cassidy, who was sitting next to the person who won $1 million, name is never in the equation. So it's not about let's get out Survivor. Now, I'm not saying it's a black or white thing. I just think it just happens to be the strongest women in the house that can give Tori a run for her money happen to be Black women, and all have played Survivor. That's just the coincidence of it all. But we're not going to say, oh, Survivor needs to go, but it's only 3 women on Survivor y'all talking about. Because Chris was over there on the green team. Why did it have, if y'all was going after Survivor, why not throw Chris up there? I think Tori is allowing the men to be her mouthpiece on this. If it's not, the men are being Tori's mouthpiece, and they need to think, we sound a little bit stupid going after the Black women for Tori. Let's let Tori lie on this bridge by herself. Is it lie on this bridge? I'll be making up little sayings. I know I'll be saying them all wrong. And if they want 2 survivors in elimination, it had to be a women's elimination. There are only 2. I'm telling you, they're saying Survivor because the strongest women in the house just happen to be on Survivor, but they don't give a damn about Survivor. But they can't say them Black women gotta go. That'd be just racist. So they gotta say Survivor. But I agree, if we're looking at Survivor, Michelle needs to be the first name to go. Bitch, you got $1 million at home. What you even doing over here? We ain't never seen the ball. The algorithm was the most obvious production interference ever. No, that's number 2. The most obvious production interference was that elimination last week when they let Wes win. Let him win. Then we could throw the hopper out there, then the algorithm. Because at least the algorithm only put together partners. I don't really believe this was rigged, because why would production sacrifice Tiffany in order to save Chanel? That just doesn't make sense. Because I think the optics. Number 1, Tiffany is a huge draw to this show. I think Tiffany brings a lot of viewers, but I think Michaela brings in equally the same amount of viewers. It's a lot of people. A lot of people have been emailing the challenge saying, bring Michaela back. Y'all did her dirty. We want to see Michaela. We've been asking to see Michaela back many, many times. And I think the percentage, the probability of Michaela going home with Chanel is much higher than the probability of Tiffany. And Tiffany got a cute 6 episodes. She was already in the house talking about it's too hard. I'm ready to pack my bag. She was damn near ready to quit. So I don't really think Tiffany gave a damn. So I think they said, well, Tiffany might quit anyway. So let's go ahead and save Michaela. So I do think they sacrificed Tiffany, who probably wants to go home anyway, for Michaela. You got me thinking now, because I never thought of that. I don't even remember what I said. I don't want Tiffany or Chanel to go down there. I ain't either. It should have been Michelle's ass. Or Cass. Well, Cassidy was on the winning team. Why Michelle's name was never mentioned? Because Michelle is a vet, and she's playing with the vets. She's already admitted to playing both sides of the house. Michelle can't be trusted. And I don't understand. I mean, we watched enough seasons of Michelle play this game, the challenge. She can't be trusted. Michelle tweeted that she got everyone out. I ain't about to entertain that. I'm not even about to entertain. I'm not about to entertain that. It just so happened. Because who said Michelle's name? Who said Michelle's name? That's a lie. Josh exposed himself. Tiffany did not say his name once. She didn't say nobody's name, but he knew it applied to him, and he felt the need to argue. Should have just minded his business. Right? He should have just minded his business. But you know, them hit dogs, they can't help but to holler. She wasn't going to beat Michaela. Who? Tiffany. Yeah, but I don't see a threat, or she's acting like she's with Big Brother. Michelle wasn't going to beat Michaela either. You know, unless production rigged it. They could have let Michaela get 10 balls in there and they be like, oh, we meant 2 balls. Michelle, you win. I don't put nothing past production after last week. You're right on the page, Angie. We need more cognizant. Is that the word? Of things like this. Yep, slippery slope. I don't know what that word is, Glenda. I do numbers, not English. Cognizant. We need to be more aware. I believe that's equal to what your word is. We need to be more aware of those type of things. I agree, because it's very casting couch and it's a very slippery slope. Because you only got to have one person. You only have to have one person make a statement. I felt like Bananas and West, I really want to stay in the game, and I really felt like they coerced me, or I felt like if I didn't kiss him, I was gonna go home. So I kissed him, but I really didn't want to. It only takes one time. And y'all got in trouble so much back in the day. Now I know it's 2023. We've learned a lot. But y'all got in so much trouble back in the day doing that kind of stuff where it's all shits and giggles and jokes, but the one person ain't in on it. And I just think for your amusement, you shouldn't want to see people kiss for your amusement. They would have kissed anyway. You ain't have to do all that. If she didn't tell production what she would have done, she would have been. I don't know. I mean, it could have always been at 16. It's an individual game. We don't know, but it's just production. If y'all wouldn't have let that funny shit slide last week with Wes, we wouldn't be riding y'all ass over everything. I really wanted to see Tori sweat 1 week over there on the green team. Or at least let us get the reaction of Michaela sending Tori over there to the green team. And we could have saw all the celebration, and we could have saw Tori with her stank face. At least let us see the stank face. And then be like, when you come up to the show next week, it's an individual game. So at least we could see Tori bitch and moan a little bit. Y'all robbed Michaela of the moment to say Tori's name. Y'all should have let her say it. And then when you get up to the challenge next week, TJ, you could have been like, take off your shirts, like drop your buffs. It's a merge, do that. Y'all robbed Michaela of her moment, and I'm mad about it. The only women left are all Survivor women, Alyssa and Tori. That's very unfortunate. Maybe Alyssa might be the one squeak her way to the end. But it's not all Survivor. Half of them don't care about Survivor. The only people I see sticking their necks out for Tori is Josh Bananas, Cassidy, and Wes. Fessy would. Corey wouldn't. Michelle would, because Michelle want to be in the Vacation Alliance. See, Michelle is playing the long con. She wants to keep being. I don't even know why they keep inviting Michelle back to these things. I've never voted for this. Tori and Sebastian. Oh, wait, I ain't click on it. Tori and Sebastian kiss had zero passion. At least pretend. I don't want to see it. I don't think production is going to restructure the entire second half of the season just to protect Tori. It takes time to set up these challenges. I don't think production is going to either. I think production did enough on the first half of the season to make sure Tori is safe. I just broke it down. It's Bananas, West, Tori, Corey, Fessy, Michelle, Sebastian, and Cassidy probably all voting together. Tori is going to be protected. The only way I can see Tori not being protected is if one of the Black women, and I'm just saying the Black women because whatever, they Black, and it's just factual. If Michaela, Desi, or Chanel wins, as long as one of those three don't win the daily, Tori is safe. Girl, I wouldn't ever bet on Corey. It's sad when I want him. I want Corey to win. I think Corey will do better with the individual game. Maybe we gonna see, chat. We gonna see. I disagree. I think the team format protects vets because you could have had blue team go to the no. I just wrote. I keep writing it down on paper. You're gonna have all these people voting together. Bananas, West, Tory, and then you got the cheating ass Hopper. Even if some people put Tory name in that Hopper, you ain't gonna never see TJ pull it out. It could be 8 votes to 1, and that one per it just happened to be your week. It's too much cheating going on this season. I'm telling you, Tori gonna be in the final. Now, if she ain't, I'll eat my words and I'll backtrack it and I'll be happy about it. But I'm just prepared to see Tori in the final. I just hope Desi, Michaela, and Chanel are there as well, so she has a harder time winning. But Tori's gonna be at the final. I like Corey, but betting on him is y'all over. What time? Oh Lord, it's past 8 o'clock, y'all. I always lose track of time. I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your comments. I'm supposed to be over on Big Brother with Charles. I gotta end this. Please like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. If you care about Big Brother, come over there and talk to Charles. I'm about to send him the link, and we'll probably be up and talking in the next 3 to 4 minutes. So thank y'all so much. I need to quit putting these lives so close together. And I need to quit talking so much. But I apologize if I didn't get to the rest of your comments. I might do a comment show where I go over the rest of the comments and give my 2 cents about them. We'll see. But I gotta go. Charles is texting me and waiting on me. So I'll see y'all over at Big Brother. If not, the challenge is only 1 day a week now. I'm kind of sad about that because now we gotta wait till next Thursday to talk about it again. Unless I see some spicy stuff on Twitter or Instagram, I'll see y'all next week for the next episode. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for supporting. Bye.